Hey, welcome back to another Moralis video. My name is Bharat, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about our newly launched token holder Timeseries API in order to get historical holders on any token for EVM and Solana. So let's get started. So to start with, I'm just going to show you this API in action over at Moralis.com. And if you're not familiar with Moralis.com, Moralis is a crypto terminal that's powered by our data APIs. And here you can find info about any token across any chain. And as you can see, we've got data about the trending tokens, we've got the prices, the history in terms of the volumes, market cap, etc. And if you click on any particular token, like you can see, I've got my follow tokens here. I'm just going to click on HNT. And once you click on it, you can see right here, we have got the charts for that particular token. You can see like the holders trends, you can see some holders stats, the holders transactions, etc. So in this video we're going to be going over how you can actually use the time series holders API in order to build this kind of a time series chart for your particular token. So we're going to look at this across both EVM and Solana chains. So to start with, we can basically look at this particular token, and this is on Solana. So we're going to look at the Solana API that powers up this particular time series holders. So to start with, you can just click on API docs right here, and that's going to take you straight to our documentation that's available at docs.moralis.com. And here you can find API reference for any of our supported APIs. So we've got APIs for anything that you can see on moralis.com, like the charts, the token data, the token pair data, the transactions, holders, etc. And we're going to be looking at how you can get the time series holders right now. So once you're here in the docs, you can click on Solana API, and then you can see we've got the page covering all of the features of Moralis.com and the APIs that power it below it. So you can see this is search. You can see we've got filtered tokens. You can see we've got prices, candlesticks, all of that. So now we can basically head over to API reference, and you can click on token API, and now you can click on token holders. So within token holders, you have token holder stats and time series. I'm going to leave a link to the video where I've covered the holder stats. So you can check that out if you want to know how you can build this kind of a UI, like holders trends, the distribution, acquisition, etc. However, in this video, we're going to go over this time series chart that you see right here. So for that, you can click on token holders time series, and there we go. So now you can see this is the API that you basically need. This is the endpoint you're going to be hitting. You have the from date and to date, which is customizable in terms of getting the token holder time series data. You can also set the time frame like 1 day or 1 hour, etc. So that's perfect as well. And you've also got the limit. So to try out this API for this token, let's just copy the token address and let's put in the address right here. All right. You also need the API key, which you can obtain from developers.moralis.com. And to get your API key, you can just click on this, and it's going to take you to your login. And as soon as you've logged in, you can see your dashboard with your API consumption, API key, docs, tutorial links, etc. So just copy your API key from this, and then let's go back here and paste my key here so you can see it. And now you can see I've got my Helium network token address as well pasted over here. And we've got the from date, to date, etc. So you can just copy the curl command now and you can run it on your terminal. You will also be able to run it straight from your browser, but I'm just going to do it on my terminal so it's easier for you to observe. So there we go. There we go. So that's basically the token holder time series data. And as you can see, we've got timestamps. We've got the total holders. We've got the net holder change. You can also see the holder percent change, the new holders by acquisition as well. And you can basically pinpoint at every point on this chart, like what actually led to that new holder, whether it's a swap or whether it's a transfer or airdrop event, etc. So you can build a whole lot of cool visualizations with this API. So once you've got that, you can also see the holders in, holders out. And that's essentially all that you get from this particular endpoint. So essentially at every timestamp, you get the total holders, the net holder change, which means you can basically plot the holders over time. So you can see we've got like all the holders. You can basically track various events between the candlestick chart and the holders. That basically gives you more insights on a particular token. So now we have seen how you can use the time series holders API in order to get the time series holders data. So I'm just going to close this. And as you can see, this is how the response looks. The holders, we've got the net holder change, etc. holders in and holders out as well. And you get the breakdown based on the size as well. So you can see based on the wallet size, it's divided, and you can see how much percentage of the total supply they would need to control in order to get under a particular category. So now that we've seen HNT, we can move on to another token. So I'm going to choose an EVM token here, and I'm going to go with Wrap Bitcoin. And as you can see, we've got the charts for Wrap Bitcoin. You've got the holder time series holders as well. So I'm going to be talking about how you can get this holders data for EVM, and we just saw how you can do it on Solana. So if you want to check out the EVM API, you can either go to EVM API and go to the relevant section and find the API, or you could just click on Explore EVM API right here. So you can see we're straight away right there in the EVM API, and you can see we've got the address. You can see the endpoint which we're querying, so which is deepindex.moralis.io. You can see we've got chain equals ETH, etc. So based on the chain you want to get this data on, you have to set it right here. So I'm just going to copy the address of Wrap Bitcoin here, and I'm going to put it over here. There we go. And you can see we have set it to ETH, and I've got the from date and to date as well. So now we can just take this and we should be able to run it. So let me clear this up. Okay, I forgot to add the, yep. So now we're good. So you can now get basically the time series data for Wrap Bitcoin. And if you look at this, for each timestamp, we've got the total holders, we've got the net holder change. You can also see the holder percent change. And apart from that, you also have the new holders by acquisition. So which means you will be able to pinpoint on the candle what actually led to the acquisition of the holder. You can also see the holders in and holders out, which means you will be able to actually attribute or plot distributions between the wallet size and the actual holder itself. So that's how you can use the holder time series API in order to get all of the time series holders data. And you can play around with these time frames here. You can change the time frame to 5 minutes, etc., in order to get this across 5 minutes, etc. So that's how you can use the time series holders API in order to get holders data for any token on both EVM and Solana chains. So if you have any questions related to the API, feel free to drop it in the chat, and I'll be sure to get to them. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up so that you stay tuned for all of our further videos. Thank you.